Hi, my fellow Americans. How about a new volunteer program? A volunteer program that you can control. In fact, a volunteer program that you can actually make money on. Volunteering and making money at the same time. Doesn't sound compatible, does it? Well, let me explain. During World War II, what did we use to fund the war? War bonds. They helped us defeat our enemy. We came together as a nation to defeat Germany and Japan. Why can't we use bonds to do the same thing today? Only with a little difference. My bonds, what are called visual war bonds. Visual, you can see them. Picture, they hang on a wall, but you can see them. And they're bonds, you make money from them. So that's why I call them visual picture bonds. That's obvious. However, another thing on our program, during World War II, what did you do? All you did is bought the bonds. You had no say where the money went. Under my program, you have 100% say where the money goes. That's why I'm talking about volunteering. You're volunteering to help our country by doing it the way you want to do it with the bonds. If you don't want to go someplace, you don't buy a bond. That's simple. Now let me explain a couple types of bonds. What about a marriage bond? You go to a wedding and you sign a book. What happens to that book? It gets put away. What about having them sign a bond? Well, you can hang on a wall. And every time, in fact, in your bedroom, say, so to remind you of your wedding vows. Whatever religion you are, these bonds can be made for. Say you divorce in 5 years. Well, this is the bond you can split in half. Now let me tell you about another marriage bond that's even more valuable, so to speak. Celebrities. Everybody worships celebrities. How about when they have a wedding? They buy a special bond that they can design themselves with their pictures on it and pay maybe $25,000, $50,000 for it. Do you think they would ever turn that bond in after all the signatures of all their famous friends on it? No. They can auction it off or sell it to a casino to hang on a wall so that when people come into this casino, they'll see it and so on. Because the casino has the money already, doesn't need to sell it. So now you got the government making, say, $25,000 immediately. A bond matures and it never gets sold back to the government, and you may even make more out of it, where the government makes more money because it's sold to the casino. So there's capital gains on it. So the government makes out twice as much on that. Sure, it sounds like a little, how many weddings, but it's still something. It's better than nothing. Anyway, here's another one. What about buying bonds for a one-payer healthcare system? For example, for women who have breast cancer. They can buy a bond on with any picture on it or this or that, limited edition bond, a collectible, and they have the say, the women have the say, or whoever buys it has the say where that money goes. And it can go for a one-payer system for healthcare. Bring that under control. There's more to this idea than I could explain on this video. Anyway, we are a nation who love our sports. We buy all kinds of things to represent our sports. Shirts, t-shirts, everything. Why not a visual picture bond that you can hang on a wall? Example, the Phillies. At the end of the season, they put all their players on a bond, sell it for, say, $455, add another $100 for charity for doing it. How many people do you think might buy that? 10,000, 15,000, limited edition? Who knows? That's all free money. Plus, as I said again, you decide where you want the money to go. You stay in the state for building the infrastructure. By doing that, you create jobs. That's one other way. How about for businesses, like a car place wants to do some advertisement? They buy a bond, but they tell the government, I'll buy $30 million worth of bonds if it goes for building a school in the inner city. So they hold a contest, the winning area wins a school. They get the bonds, they give them out as a promotional for their new car. Sure, the people that get them may not need that, they'd rather have the cash, but this is a program they can still go with because they're making money from that bond. When it matures, they still get it. Company gets a write-off, gets a great promotional idea, and America gets a school. What more can you ask for? This bond program has so much potential, it's unbelievable. Now, during World War II, what happened? After the war was over, people didn't buy as many war bonds, did they? Yes, some people still buy bonds in the banks to give as wedding gifts or whatever. They can still do it under this program. Let's stop giving our money to foreigners who support and are buying our country up. Let's come together like patriotic Americans, like we did in the past when we had a problem. Nobody's forcing you to do it. It's totally voluntary. But if you put your money in the bank and you get 2%, and maybe the government will give you 3% on a bond that you can enjoy of a limited edition, which would you choose? Sure, in the bank you can take it out faster, but even if it takes 10 or 15 years to mature, maybe some of the bonds will be tax-free, maybe some other bonds will be less because of the circumstances they're made under. All kinds of things under this program. But here's the interesting part. This program never has to end. It can go on for years and years and years and years. World War II ended, and people just stopped buying it. They started investing in stock markets, and so on. Why not invest in something you can enjoy? The government can give you that value. They can set the value of the bonds depending on what they are, private bonds or through the government. Yes, they're all through the government, made. But for what purpose? For example, maybe some company is celebrating their 100th anniversary and they want to give a bond out to celebrate it. Why does the interest have to be that high? They were going to give maybe a bonus out of $100. They're not going to make anything on that. People aren't going to make anything on it. But now they're still going to make something on that. And the company can say, I want it to go for this, or I want it to go for that if we do it. So many companies, so much potential for this idea. And it's a fun idea. Remember, these bonds are limited edition bonds. Now, not necessarily. If a bond is under $100, we may make 30, 40, 50,000, for example, of an American flag to hang in your house. Or, it's like you say, you buy a bond to give as a wedding gift. A wedding gift or a birthday gift. Why not a visual picture bond that the person can enjoy at the same time? No other program in America can do so much on a volunteer basis. Yes, 100% volunteer by people who want to get involved. No twisting of arms, no tax raising. What about building the wall along the border of Mexico and America? We can build that using this program. All kinds of things can be done. Please, if you like this, do me a favor, pass it on to other people. Let's get it out there. Let's get it in the media so we can discuss it even further. I can only make a short video of 10 minutes to explain it. How about, if you don't understand it, send it out there. Send it to people that I can go out there and explain it. And my other programs, if you're interested. My my pro-life program that is a compromise. And my Social Security privatization ideas. And my bailout program that I have on the net, on the YouTube under bailout. Look at that one. I know it's not perfect, but have me out there explaining it, you'll understand it better. You're losing money on that program if you don't do it. So again, I thank you for listening to this short video. I hope you will take it serious and pass it around. Thank you very much for your time.